This is the last downswing lesson that you'll ever need. It's about how you release the club. Now you've seen the thumbnail. What is the objective of the downswing? To get that club square into impact. And I'm going to show you how there's actually many ways, but finding the right one for you will help you hit it further and more consistent, even with your longer irons. That is exactly why we've come to the 11th hole here on the longest par 3s at Mottram Hall, and we're answering Mark's question today. He said he used to release the club well, but now he's really struggling, and I think a lot of people are in the same boat. As I say, this is the last downswing lesson you'll ever need. There's just a reminder that we are answering Mark's question today, but if you want your comment to be answered, do make sure you subscribe and turn the bell, and I'll be sure to help you out improve this season and play your best golf in 2023. So first things first, the role of the downswing with an iron is to be able to bring that club in, get the hands ahead of the golf ball and have it nice and square. Look at that, that's what I want you to picture as you look down on the screen here. That is where we're going to get to. Now, so many of us are fighting that club in. We're either open or over-exaggerating it and we hit it left. It's a bit like army golf. One goes right, one goes left. Right, left, right, left. Now, how you release the golf club is dependent on a few factors. And getting this right will bring you that consistency you want. It's dependent on grip, but also dependent on where your club is at that last parallel. Now, that last parallel is simply just that last position here on the downswing where the club shaft is parallel to the ground. So there are a couple of scenarios we need to run through here to determine the journey, the club, and the perception and the thoughts you need to have in order to hit this ball correctly. So matching that last parallel position and the style of your release is so key. And this is how you're going to do it. So let's talk about scenario number one. We've swung the club up, we've come back to that last parallel position, and our toe of the club, have a look at that there, is in a more upright position, okay? Let's say straight up and down, okay? We're not in a terrible position here, that's fine. So what you got to think here is, if you didn't do anything with the wrists or the forearms, and I just turned into the ball, where would that club face point? It would point significantly off to the right, and you would hit it weak, you'd hit it high. So you've got to understand here, if you swing down to last parallel, and maybe just have a little bit of a play around with this with your golf buddies, and just see where you are on a video. If you're more toe up, you have to understand this. You require a little bit more of a roll release in order to square up that face. Now, there are plenty of good players over time that have been in that scenario. I'm a little bit that way myself, if I'm honest. And one thing I would say, if you're a person who is a little bit less mobile, let's say less flexible, that is really going to help you. That is going to help you get some speed. That is going to help you square up the face. If you didn't do that, you'd be a much worse golfer. So just have a look from the face-on perspective. What I'm doing there, I'm going to do this slowly, as if like this is the motion I would make. So toe up, we would be making a move a little bit more like this in order to get that club face square through impact. So nice and simple, toe up at last parallel requires a little bit more of a roll release. Right, let's hit this one away. This is my version of that. And again, like I say, like I'm very much like that in my golf swing anyway. So this is a good one for me to show you. Straight down target. Now this is a bit more of a DJ style release, and I guess what a lot of new golf coaches are preaching to everybody. And I don't think it's right for every single golfer, but let me show you this. So last parallel, again, we're going to show you that position. This is where we'd have the toe a little bit more over like this. The left wrist a little bit more bowed and the club in a very strong position. Now watch closely. If you are here and you add a lot of that forearm roll, look how closed my club face is. Have a look at that there closely. Look how close my club face is as I come into impact. You can sort of see that from the player cam. Now what you require, if you've got the club here, you require a bit more of a body and less arms and a bit more of a held off release where you see the grip end of the golf club work a little bit left around you. Have a look at that there. As you move round, like my forearms are doing a lot less. Now I actually feel a bit of this in my drills to stop me doing too much of that. So nice and simple. If you have the club in a bit of a stronger position, like DJ, you require more body and less arms. Toe up, you require more arms. So nice and simple. Let me hit this one away. This is my exaggeration. Let's do this a slow-mo from face on so you can really see this.